Do you just find their email, the owner, and pitch them of putting their property on Airbnb, basically?
I usually pitch the idea of like corporate housing, which is like pretty much you pitch it as like people that are staying in the property are going to be like business professionals. Because if you say like short-term rentals, or you say Airbnb, like they immediately think like, okay, it's gonna be a bunch of people like getting drunk and throwing parties in my
Yeah. Wow.
So like you got to go like the route of like going like very professional.
Wherever you guys are watching this show, I would truly appreciate it if you follow or subscribe. It helps a lot with the algorithm. It helps us get bigger and better guests, and it helps us grow the team. Truly means a lot. Thank you guys for supporting, and here's the episode. All right, guys, we're going to talk Airbnb today. Got Steven Billman here. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you're doing 6 figures a month with us pretty quickly, too.
Yeah, pretty quick. We've been in it for a little bit over 4 years now. All arbitrage, though. Don't own any of the properties.
Impressive. So you didn't have to put up any crazy money or anything?
No, all leveraging business credit.
Wow. So you did the 0% cards at first?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did for the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's no brainer.
Yeah, it's the way to go.
You get a year to pay it off, sometimes 18 months.
And the business profitable, it pays off the cards itself.
Yeah. And you could get 50K easily.
Yeah, 50K is like on the low end, too.
Yeah, if your credit's like 700 or 80, you could get more, right?
Yeah, I actually, one of my students last week, he had a 680 credit score. He's only 24.
Mm-hmm.
And he got 150K.
Holy crap.
2 cards.
Yeah, the Chase one, right? That's always 50
Yeah,
there.
two Chase cards.
Yeah, Chase is the good one for that. And BOA is decent.
Yeah, BOA is good. Wells Fargo just actually opened up their new business program.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like a couple months ago.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Capital One, I got a high limit, but it reports on personal. So I'm like, bro.
Yeah, I always tell everyone, I had somebody who was like, dude, I just got 50K on Capital One. I was like, don't use that.
I know, dude. My score just dropped 80 points.
Yeah.
I was like, bruh.
It's the best thing about business credit is that it doesn't affect your personal credit.
Yeah, no, for real. And you can open up a new LLC every week, right? Just keep getting business credit.
Yeah, you could, yeah.
I mean, so you could technically get like $500,000 a month if you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, you can use the same LLC and just get like you can get an entity in every state.
Wow.
File for like.
Dude. So you could really credit hack your way to a millionaire.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's like you can credit stack too. So people like will have the issue with like, okay, I only got 12 months. Like, what if I don't make it back in 12 months?
Yeah.
You can apply for more cards and then use those cards.
Balance transfer, right? Yeah. So you really have years if you play it right.
You can either balance transfer or use like a payment processor and like just liquidate the whole card.
Liquidate the card. Yeah. I know people that have bought houses liquidating a 0% card.
Balance transfer is kind of like sucks because it's usually like
fee
over 20% interest, or you have like
holy
fee. Like balance transfer sucks.
Damn, I didn't know it was that high. You might as well just liquidate it then.
Yeah.
Because then it's only 3% payment processing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Which is like, I guess, $3K for every 100, which isn't too bad.
Yeah, and even if you don't have a payment processor, you can do it through like a store. Like if you paid $10,000 for something and then you paid the taxes with the credit card.
Yeah.
And then you go and refund, tell them just refund it all back to
credit arbitrage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know people that racked up millions of points, man.
Yeah.
And then even with the points, there's hacks.
Oh, yeah.
You could transfer it to other sites, right?
Yeah, points is awesome, especially for like vacation, traveling, stuff like
that. I have all the high status at airlines and hotels, all from hacking.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm not even like that big of a spender.
No, you don't have to be.
No, you just status match. You get one status match.
No, yeah. They're really good about it, especially with Amex.
Yeah, and in Vegas, it's fire because you get one hotel, all of them status match.
Yeah, especially with the bigger ones.
Yeah. And then you can park for free, get free meals, free golf at the Wynn.
What's your favorite hotel here?
Ooh, depends for what, you know?
Just like the nicest rooms.
Nicest rooms, Venetian. Okay. If you get a suite there, you're set, bro.
We're at Palm's Place right now.
How's that? I've never stayed there.
It's pretty dope. We actually I do all my stuff like through Airbnb.
Yeah.
So, it's usually cheaper that way too.
Oh, so you could book a room at the Palms with Airbnb?
You can book it at like Venetian. You can like at all the hotels. You can book through Airbnb.
Oh, it's probably way cheaper too.
Last time for our anniversary, we booked like 2 suites or 2 penthouses side by side, all through Airbnb.
No way.
And it's like way cheaper.
Yeah, that's a good travel hack right there. You saved everyone hundreds of dollars just now.
Yeah, like this one. If you look it up at like Palm's Place, it's like $600 or $700 a night. Then on Airbnb, because it's the guy's condo he owns in Palm's Place, it's like $170 a night.
Holy crap. Yeah. Dude, I'm going to start doing that when I do staycations.
Yeah.
Good looks. So first year of Airbnb, was it profitable right away?
So it ended up being profitable, yes. But in the first property that I got, if anybody like follows me on Instagram, they'll see that I preach a lot about like getting a mentor, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. If you're in the entrepreneur space, then that's like kind of like a given. But my first property that I got, I was like, I don't need a mentor. Like, pretty straightforward. I didn't know anything about LLC or business credit either, so I used a personal credit card, which is like huge no-no.
Yeah.
But I used my first credit card to furnish that property. Did not make profit the first month, and I was like, okay, I'm screwed.
And your score tanked.
Yeah, well, not yet. It was about to because I hadn't reported yet. But I was 19 at the time, and I used the credit card to pay for the first month's rent, security deposit, all the furniture, and I was like, I'm screwed. And then I ended up going to a couple mastermind events and using that credit card to pay for mentorship as well, and did over $10,000 the next month. And then that's like kind of what like made the light bulb go off and allowed me to like scale and get more properties.
Nice.
So I ended up making over $400,000 the first year. Did 405 with about 40% profit, just because like this is my first time like
still really good though.
Yeah, building like a big business. So I hadn't had like the ins and outs. You know, after like almost a third year, did I like start getting like a bookkeeping team and stuff like that. So I was doing it all myself.
No, that's how it all starts, right? They don't teach you that stuff anywhere. And you were living out your truck at the time, right?
Yeah. So I had just joined the Navy. When you join the Navy on the ship, they want you to sleep on the ship, which is like a bed that's like probably as wide as like a regular computer desk.
Wow.
So like 2 or 3 feet wide.
Is it a bunk bed or is it solo?
It's like 3 bunk beds.
Holy crap.
Yeah, super small. You can't like pick your head up in it. Like you got to like slide into it.
My claustrophobia would kick in there.
Yeah, it's tiny. It smells. It's cold. You're in a metal box, so you have no phone service.
Damn.
So San Diego doesn't get too hot or too cold, so sleeping in the backseat of my truck was a better option. And I could talk to my family, watch Netflix, whatever.
Wow.
And this was during like the pandemic.
Yeah.
And that was what allowed me to like get into all these things, whether it was like day trading, crypto, e-com, like trying everything. And then eventually finding rental arbitrage, because during that time, we only had to work 1 time a week. So because normally you'd work like 80, 90 hours a week. But we were only coming in once a week. So I had all this free time to figure out like what I was going to do, because the military was not what I thought it was going to be. Right. And I despised it.
Yeah, you joined at the worst time, right?
Yeah, and I'm out now, but like while I was in, I hated it because like I have a problem with like authority, especially when it's coming from people that like haven't really earned respect. They're just like a higher rank because they've been there forever.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it so much before the military, but when I got in, I was like, okay, like working for someone is not it.
Wow. So that was your first real job, the military?
No. So before that, I had worked at Discount Tire. In high school, did all kinds of things. I did Discount Tire, did landscaping, built custom fishing rods because I grew up fishing a lot. And then when fidget spinners came out, I actually made quite a bit of money, well, at least for like a freshman. Yeah. Quite a bit of money. I was buying them for like 87 cents a piece and selling them for $8.
Yeah, those are good margins.
Sell them to everyone in my high school. And that's kind of when I got like my first taste of like entrepreneurship.
Yeah, those were the days, man.
Yeah, just like harder you work, the more money you made.
And
I loved it.
I love that. Wow, so $400K first year. I mean, on your own too, no partners or anything?
Yeah, just me. Yeah,
that's impressive, dude. And you all rental arbitrage?
Yeah, all rental arbitrage.
So you would
to this day.
Wow. So you just find their email, the owner, and pitch them of putting their property on Airbnb, basically?
Yeah. So normally how it goes, whether you're using like Zillow, Hotpads, whatever rental platform you're using, Facebook Marketplace even, you reach out to the landlord. Usually, like I don't pitch them the idea of like Airbnb or rental arbitrage or Airbnb arbitrage. I usually pitch the idea of like corporate housing, which is like pretty much you pitch it as like people that are staying in the property are going to be like business professionals, traveling nurses, or it's families for like insurance claims, stuff like that. Because if you say like short-term rentals or you say Airbnb, like they immediately think like, okay, it's gonna be a bunch of people like getting drunk and throwing parties in my house.
Yeah.
Hell no.
I feel that.
So like you got to go like the route of like going like very professional, and then of course making sure you have like all your LLC perfectly set up, having your business website, business email, business phone number, so that like when you're reaching out to them, you look professional. And yeah, it definitely helps having a mentor or knowing people that have properties already under their belt, so you can like leverage their credibility,
right?
Or like all that they have under their belt if you don't have any properties. That'll definitely help you a ton.
And I saw you go on another show and you pulled out your numbers, your revenues.
On what show?
It was a podcast. You pulled out your Airbnb numbers.
I don't remember which one it was.
Really?
No.
I just thought it was cool that you had receipts to back up what you were saying because
I don't have them. I'd have to scroll through my phone right now. And
Yeah.
find them,
no, I'm not asking you to show them, but I
would have had them ready.
Yeah. I thought that was cool because a lot of people say these crazy numbers.
No, yeah. On my Instagram, like when people reach out to me, like the biggest thing that they always tell me is always like, dude, I love looking through your Instagram highlights because I post like all my students. Like I'll at my students. So you can literally go to my student's profile and ask them about me. Like,
Wow.
Without me even knowing.
That's legit.
Yeah. And then I put like all my numbers. I'll put it like with me refreshing and like posting it. Not
Yeah.
Just, like,
Yeah, you can't fake it when you're refreshing.
Yeah.
Some people do the inspect element on their bank accounts. Remember that?
Yeah. Can you do it on your bank account?
Yeah, if you're on desktop, you can
okay.
inspect element and then change the numbers.
Yeah.
But if you're doing videos, you can't fake that. So yeah, that's legit. And if your students are having success too, that's even more legit.
No, yeah, they're doing really great. I've been in the space about almost 4.5 years now. I've been teaching for over 2 years, and I have students doing anywhere from $5,000 a month all the way to $60,000 a month.
Wow, and it seems like the time isn't too intense.
No, definitely not. As long as you have like your automation set up when it comes to like check in, check out, messages. And then just automations for your guests, and then more importantly, having like VAs so that you can have like customer support like 25/8 all the time. It makes it really easy for you. And once you have like SOPs written on like, because every property is gonna have like their little things that are different.
Yeah,
switches here, stuff like that. Once you have all that built out, like it's pretty easy for you. And if there is an issue, like they just go to the SOP, and then like they know how to answer and handle. And a really big thing with VAs, and this is like a really big pro tip, is that Airbnb uses VAs like for their whole like system. So there's a lot of people that don't work at Airbnb anymore that used to work there. So you can like go on Fiverr or all these like sites to find VAs. You can get a VA that used to work at Airbnb, so they kind of already know the ins and outs, what to say, what not to say.
That is a good hack.
Who to call, or a lot of them even still like know people that work there.
Yeah,
and they have connects. I even have one on my team where he can remove like bad reviews. If somebody's account, like their listing gets canceled, I can get it reinstated. Anything like that. It's
nice.
Kind of like, makes you like Thanos. We're like,
that's the
like,
plug right there.
Anything bad that happens like to me or my students, they just like reinstate it.
I got someone like that at Facebook because a lot of people's Instagrams get taken down.
Me too.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Mine got taken down and got it back up, and as soon as it went back up, it got taken down.
You need a guy like that, or else you're gonna be in line at the support panel for days.
Especially if you start like pushing like a lot of videos out and then running ads.
Yeah. Oh, then your ads are still running too.
No, yeah.
And they're still charging you, and your account's down.
Yeah, my account just got shut down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're still doing that because I know years ago they were doing that.
No, yeah. I mean, luckily I have my Facebook guy, so I'll get it back. Obviously,
it's crazy.
It's not immediate, but
I lost my BM like years ago, and it's still down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was a tough one because all my ad accounts were there. Business manager bans.
Yeah, luckily I have like a whole like media buyer team, so like if anything happens, I just run it off their Facebook account.
That's fire. Are the ads working well on Facebook for you?
Yeah, so we switched from doing VSL, and now we're pushing to a free live webinar. So we do it every Sunday at 7 p.m. EST.
Nice.
Yeah.
Every day?
Every Sunday.
Oh, every Sunday. Yeah. Wow. How many people a week are joining?
So we plan on getting to about 3,000 to 6,000.
Holy crap!
Not showing up, registrants a week because not everybody shows up. But our first one we did, we had a couple hundred registrants. So pretty decent for
3
days.
No, that's solid. I know people that if they get a couple hundred people, that leads to millions down the road.
Yeah, and webinars usually close at like a 4%. And we closed at 5.8.
Nice.
It was higher.
What was the price point?
We're just dropping like a 1K at the end.
Solid, dude. Yeah, if you could do that at scale, I mean.
Well, the 1K is like just to get people in the door, and then we have like our higher ticket programs, like where they help on the call, like the closer.
That's incredible. Yeah, I love studying the way Tony and Dean do their launches.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's nuts.
Like very intricate.
They had 1 million live on the last year one.
I saw that.
This year, I don't know what they hit, but.
I think they just launched it. Andy Elliott was talking about.
Oh yeah, they just launched yesterday or something, right?
Yeah, they had like it was over 1 million like registrants.
Oh my god, it's so crazy because I couldn't even tell you what they're selling, and they just pull it off.
It blows my mind because I see the ad and I'm like, no way anyone clicks on this and buys this.
Yeah,
and then they post their numbers and I'm like, who?
It blows my mind.
Who's clicking on?
But
this?
they must do so much mass market research.
It would just be like Dean walking on the beach. And be like, do you ever think about life? Like, what you should be doing, not working for someone?
Yeah.
And I'm like, this sounds like like total BS.
It's nuts. I think yours is so targeted. So it makes sense that you're getting hundreds, maybe thousands, but for their stuff, it's like mindset.
Yeah, the whole world.
So yeah, it applies to everyone.
Yeah.
You know, it's like not just one
But
topic.
usually that goes like against of like what you would think with like marketing. 'Cause typically you want to go like you want to niche down and like go deep before you go wide.
Yeah.
Which I guess they kind of did. Like they did like their niche things.
Yeah.
They were like the beginning of like the info space. So,
It's nuts. Yeah. Tony's probably the OG.
yeah.
He's been around for what, 40 years now?
Yeah, he was the one who like started it all. And then what's his name? Myron.
Yeah. Myron Golden.
Myron like followed him.
Yeah. I've heard crazy stories about him. I've never met him, but I've heard like people will talk. He'll go on after and just kill it.
Oh yeah.
Same exact offer.
Oh yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah. It doesn't even like, and I don't know, it blows my mind because like they talk about like how you need to speak and like motivation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with that. It's just the brand like
Yeah.
that they've built.
It's nuts, dude.
Like it's like when people use Grant Cardone for ads, like they just his face will be on like the hook
Yeah.
of like the ad.
Just for that, they're
it has
paying
nothing
for.
to do with the ad itself. It's just that Grant Cardone's face was there, so somebody clicked on.
Yeah. Who do you think's running the best ads right now?
I don't know. Probably Dean.
Yeah, I get that one daily. I'm trying to think what else I get. I get Cole Gordon every day.
I've never seen his ads.
What?
Not even
Cole
once.
Gordon?
No.
Co-
And,
Dude, that's shocking.
yeah, and I've met him personally. I've been to like next to his penthouse. 'Cause
Really?
mine's next to his.
That is surprising.
And like usually like if somebody doesn't know how like ads work, like typically like wherever you're visiting, like it'll target those people in your area. But yeah, I've never seen his.
Wow. I wonder what type of ads you're getting.
I see Dean's all the time, and then I always get all the Airbnb ones just because like
Oh, that makes
I
sense.
want to like know what
Yeah.
what everybody else is doing, what everybody just like what's working.
What's the most you've seen someone make in Airbnb?
Profit or like revenue?
Revenue, I guess. Well, profit's more important, but people don't really publicize that. So
Yeah, probably the biggest. Hamza is one of the biggest.
he's at $1 million a month, you said?
Yeah, he's doing over $1 million a month revenue. But his is like it's still Airbnb arbitrage or rental arbitrage, but it's like totally different from how I do it because he is like 99% of his is like apartments.
Yeah. So he went all apartments and you went single family?
Yeah, so his is more like playing kind of like how hotels do it. Like
Yeah.
hotels don't make like a ton of ROI like on each room, but it's like a long game. Like they make a lot of money over years and years and years. The way I do it, it's like way higher ROI. So like someone that's like wanting to get in real estate and quit their job faster, like the way I do it is more ideal. But if you're trying to build like a huge business, like even like how he does it, like I would never want to do it that way. It's a lot of
Margins are too
work, a
thin.
lot of moving parts, and not high profit margin.
The problem with thin margins too is all it takes is one little update and then it messes everything up, right?
Yeah, when you're running like slim margins like that, like
Yeah, 'cause
everything has to be like
One city could ban Airbnb, which has happened. Vegas was weird with it, I heard, and then your margins are shot.
it's back now though.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
You got some stuff out here?
No, but Vegas, like when they banned it, like all the Airbnb hosts like filed like a lawsuit against Vegas because like it cost them that much money.
Oh yeah, it cost tens of millions probably for.
And then, like they like reversed it. Like
Wow.
almost immediately. Yeah.
Good to know. My friend got worst timing. He just bought it and then they banned it like a week later, and I haven't hit him up since. I should check on him.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how they do the bans and stuff because like not yet have I seen any city like enforce it. Like they'll drop a ban, but like cops aren't going to like Airbnb to Airbnb and like
It wouldn't be possible.
no, it wouldn't.
There's so many.
Like I've not yet seen. I mean, I could be wrong, but I've not yet seen not anyone, not even like code enforcement. No.
I have seen Airbnb knock on doors though.
Really?
Yeah, my friend got
doors?
knocked on. He said you got to remove this listing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he said they worked for Airbnb,
That no way.
but I've never seen a cop.
I didn't know. There's no way they knock on doors because all of their like whole business is like runs from the Philippines.
Really? No, I'll put you in touch with them. Maybe it was some scammer then. Maybe it was some guy pretending to be there.
His
Wanted him to remove it. Might have been the next door neighbor. That'd be smart, actually. That'd be super smart.
Wear like an Airbnb badge.
Yeah, that could have definitely happened. Wow. I don't know. But Vegas is back, I guess. What other cities are hot for you?
Vegas, just because they unbanned it, it's really good. And then me personally, I love Phoenix. Not even like as a city so much. Like it's cool, but like they always have something going around like year round.
Events,
Whether
yeah.
It's like
Are you interested in coming on the Digital Social Hour podcast as a guest? Well, click the application link below in the description of this video. We are always looking for cool stories, cool entrepreneurs to talk to about business and life. Click the application link below, and here's the episode, guys.
The spring training, all that is there, like for all the teams, baseball and football. Like they train in Phoenix, and then the PGA Tour is always there. So there's always something going on there, which is crazy. Because every time I tell someone like, what do you think is like awesome? I'm like, Arizona, Florida. Florida is like kind of obvious.
Yeah,
coastal state. But Arizona's always got like something going on, whether it's like events or it's like people traveling for like business and stuff like that.
Yeah. What about Cali?
Cali's really good if you can get in a place that allows it. Like San Diego does allow it, but it's $1,000 permit like per property, and you
Just to get approved.
Yeah, and you can only get one permit per person. So like,
oh wow,
you have to like you get one, your wife get one, your cousin get one.
So they're printing.
No, yeah, you can do it that way. They had it before. They did it that way because they had it to where like you couldn't get one without like you had to apply through their system, and it was like a lottery system. So like there was only like a chance that you got one.
Yeah.
So it was like impossible to do arbitrage because you'd have to have the property and then apply with that property address. So like you're just waiting until you get one.
That makes sense. You ever see those viral videos of the Airbnb owner pulling up and it's a huge party at their house?
Yeah. Yeah, I started posting those on Instagram, like of like someone's like Airbnb getting flooded,
yeah,
getting destroyed. I don't know what it is, but people like it'll be like my normal post is like pretty decent, and then I'll post one of those and it just blows up.
People love those.
And I'm like, why do you like people's house getting like people love watching like, people's houses get destroyed?
Yeah, I don't use Airbnb as much because I feel like some owners use hidden cameras.
Oh yeah.
And I felt like I was being watched this one time, dude. It was weird. So
yeah, I see that all the time on social media, but I mean, I don't think I have ever happened to me, but usually I stay on like every time I see it on social media, it's always like really cheap, like Airbnbs that are like connected to like another house, or it's like an extra bedroom. I don't stay in any of those. Like,
I was broke when that makes sense. I was a broke college student when I used it.
Yeah, I think those are weird. Like I'm surprised that Airbnb even allows that.
Yeah, it's sketchy, right?
Like an extra room.
Yeah.
Like you don't even know the person.
And it has no reviews, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Like my dad used to be a host, and he actually got robbed. He would rent out the guest room, and the guy stole a bunch of jewelry.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So you got to be careful on there too, but there's probably nothing valuable in your spots.
Just furniture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're not stealing a couch. I mean, that'd be a lot of work.
Well, and we have like doorbell camera, and we have cameras on the front of the house.
Yeah. Has anyone thrown a rager party?
No, but we had this one time. We had like those pool chairs, the one that's like reclining.
The lounger.
Yeah. So we had like 5 or 6 of those like on the edge of the pool, and they it looked like they just ran through each chair and like stuck their foot through each chair and just destroyed each chair.
Holy crap!
And then like my cleaners told me about it, and then like he was like, yeah, it looked like they were like sun damaged or whatever. I was like, this is a new Airbnb. Like those chairs are like a week old.
Yeah.
Like that's impossible.
Wow.
And then the same people, the house, depending on what room you're in, like had 10 to 15 foot ceilings, higher than you could reach. One of the ceiling fans, like 2 of the blades were like snapped in half.
Jeez. Yeah. How's that possible?
I don't know.
That's impressive, man. I heard Philly had to ban Airbnb because people were with the houses, right?
I don't know. I didn't see that one.
I heard that like a year ago, or either messing up the houses or robbing them. Something crazy.
I don't think so, because I know people still have Airbnbs in Philly.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it was temporary then. I heard there was a group of guys just robbing Airbnbs.
Well, it might be zoned too. Like they have zoning, like places that they do or don't allow it. So it might be that.
Damn. You do it just in the U.S. or are you doing international?
So I just do it in the U.S., but I have students that are international. I have students in like Sweden, Australia. So it can be done everywhere.
Yeah. And you get to write off a lot too, right? All the furniture.
Yeah, everything. And if you're like buying the property and then like using it as Airbnb, obviously more write-offs because you have like you own the property itself.
Yeah.
So that's like the best way to go as far as like write-offs and stuff, but not the best way to go if you're trying to like get the best ROI without having like a lot of risk.
Yeah.
Like when it's a rental arbitrage or Airbnb arbitrage, like you can back out of it. Like,
yeah.
If worse comes to worse, like you just break the lease.
Absolutely.
Take the furniture and leave.
Buying a house, the ROI on that's just terrible.
No, yeah. with Airbnb, it's pretty good. But at the same time, you still have to deal with like property taxes now. Any damages that do happen, like you're the landlord now, so you got to fix those. Like,
and that's probably common, right?
Not, I guess like when they break stuff, it's usually furniture and stuff. But if there's any issues like dealing with the landlord, it will be like old plumbing, like the HVAC will go out, not from any guests, but just because it's a house.
Yeah.
And then they'll have to pay for that kind of stuff. But it's nice like having rental arbitrage and like literally all you worry about is like the furniture and stuff like that. And if you're running like through Airbnb, you get $4 million of insurance coverage.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah. It's I believe it's $1 million in liability, $3 million in damage.
Holy crap. That's impressive. Do you rent your furniture or do you buy it?
I buy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just long term.
When I first started, I used Facebook Marketplace a lot just because you could get like $3,000 or $4,000 like sectionals for like less than $1,000.
Damn.
So it was because you have those. Have you seen like when Ryan Pinedo talks about like furniture?
The couch flipping, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of people that do that, especially in Vegas and like Phoenix. Like there's a lot of people.
I could see that because I got bulk cleaners coming tomorrow and I'm throwing out a $3,000 couch and like 2 bean bags are like $400 each.
Yeah, they'll literally like, even some of them reupholster stuff. Like they'll clean it, like deep clean it and reupholster it. And like it's literally a brand new couch now.
Wow. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, it's only a 2-year-old couch. So they're probably going to flip that.
No,
that's a good business to be in. Junk removal.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I know a lot of people that are like super young, like 18, 19 years old that run like junk removal.
Yeah, I had one on the pod.
It's easy to get started.
Dude, he was making $100K a month.
Yeah.
Picking it up from people's houses. I'm like, damn.
Because box trucks are super cheap.
Yeah.
You can get an old beat up box truck for like a couple $1,000.
Yeah, and U-Hauls, if you want to even rent, are like 20 a day now.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah, super cheap. It's a good business to get into for sure. A lot of labor, a lot of work.
Yeah, that's the part I don't like.
It's one of those businesses. It's kind of hard to have like time freedom where you can travel anywhere and make a lot of money.
I wouldn't want to be hands-on with it.
No.
I'd want to outsource everything.
Yeah, the only thing like with those kind of businesses, it's hard to like trust. Like if you hired like a CEO or like a manager or whatever, it's like hard to
super hard
trust someone with like your baby.
Yeah, that's just any business in general. I feel like you know that's always been my issue. I like scaling because I just trust issues. I don't know.
No, that's most people's because you see like all the horror stories of like who was it? Was it Alex Hormozy?
With scaling.
Yeah, like he had a partner and they shared a bank account, took all his money.
Oh yeah.
2 or 3
And that's
times.
common.
Yeah, no. So
I hear that all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, it happened to so many of my mentors
People
too.
get greedy. Yeah.
Yep. Whenever there's money coming in at a fast pace, there's multiple people involved.
Oh yeah.
Human greed, you know.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've had it happen to me, like from mentorships and stuff like that.
Same. Best friend in college, man.
You'll pay for like a one-on-one mentorship, and it's just like not.
They don't even answer you.
Yeah, it's like,
There's a lot of coaching like that.
Yeah, it's sad that it's like that. Like I started coaching more of like, because a lot of people start coaching. Most of them aren't doing like a real estate coaching or something like that. There's a lot of like motivational coaches and stuff like that. Like literally, like their whole reason for coaching is to like make money.
Yeah.
Like if my coaching business fell on its face, like I'd still be fine.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. When your primary source is the coaching and you got no other business.
Like Dean and yeah.
Well, Tony, I don't know his revenue breakdown.
They do a lot of real estate and stuff, but they don't teach real estate anymore.
Yeah,
like,
true.
Dean used to a lot. He used to do real estate.
Yeah, I don't even know what Dean does these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I know Tony has like wellness centers and really good books and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a lot of streams.
Yeah, for sure. But I think that's like a pretty big issue in the space.
Yeah, just ethically. Because if money's the main source and it's from coaching, it's just the incentives aren't aligned. But if you're doing it more to help and passion.
Yeah, I started because like while I was in the military, I had a lot of people were like, "What are you doing?" Because like at the age and the rank that I was at, I shouldn't have like had the money that I had.
Yeah.
Or doing the things that I was doing. So people were asking like what I was doing, stuff like that. So I started teaching people 100% for free, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm like pretty good at this."
Yeah.
People are making a lot of money.
That's dope.
And I'm not charging anything. It's taking all my time.
That must have been a weird dynamic because you're making more than your instructors. They're probably taking it out on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this kid's making $40K a month or whatever.
Yeah, it was weird because like, especially I just got out like a month ago. Like,
oh, you just got out?
Yeah, like a month ago.
But you were making $1 million a year.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was crazy because we, like right before I got out, I had bought a G-Wagon, like a Brabus G-Wagon. And I pulled up to work.
Those are like $500,000, right?
They've gone down now.
Oh, okay.
When you like, if you're buying like the crazy ones, then yeah. But yeah, I pulled up to work in that, and everybody was like, "Whose is that? Whose rental is that?"
Yeah,
it's mine.
That's crazy.
Or like I'd pull up, like before that, I had the Porsche, or I'd pull up in like her Porsche.
Yeah. No one in the military is pulling up in a Porsche.
or G-Wagon.
Yeah, or a G-Wagon. Unless you're like super high up.
Yeah, there was actually one guy that I met that he did, what did he do? He did some kind of e-com thing. I think he was doing like Amazon.
FBA.
Yeah. And he worked on the same like military base I did. He was driving around in Urus.
Wow.
So,
yeah, but that's super rare. That's like 1 in 1,000 probably.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy, like dynamic talking to people because like you see somebody like a higher rank talk to someone that's like my rank, but they wouldn't talk to me like the same because they knew like we were like totally different people,
Yeah.
whether it was like rank or
money changes the way people treat you though, for real.
Oh, yeah.
As sad as it sounds.
Yeah, especially when you're like my age. Like people always think I'm younger than I am.
Yeah.
Like, I'm only 23, but
wow.
And I just now like started growing out the beard. So before that, I was just
you had
like,
a baby face.
Yeah, everybody thinks I'm like 20, 21.
Yeah.
And then like when I tell them that, they either think I'm like full of my parents' money. I get that's his parents' cars comment a lot, or I'm a scammer.
Damn.
So like, yeah, those are really big.
That's annoying, but you got all the evidence to show that it's legit. So
it's kind of cool though because it's like when you see those guys there in the gym, they're like natural, like actually natural. They say they are, and somebody's like they're on gear, like they're on steroids.
It's like a compliment, right?
Yeah, it's like a compliment.
Facts.
Yeah, you're so good.
Yeah, you can interpret it that way.
Comprehend that they have to cope.
Right.
Like so, like I started just responding to comments, which is like keep coping.
Yeah.
Keep coping.
Oh, you respond to hate?
Yeah.
Like, I don't respond. I ignore them.
I think it's funny.
Yeah. I just feel like there's nothing you could say that will change their mind.
Yeah, I got like a death threat today.
You did?
Yeah.
Jesus.
He's like, when the revolution starts, people like you are gonna fall off the earth. I was like, I just did 5 years in the military. You wouldn't beat me in in that case.
Damn, that's nuts. Were you super high up when you quit ranking?
No, as a E5.
Oh, so it takes a lot of time to climb.
Yeah, I would say so. Unless you're like an officer. Officers like you can pick up pretty quick.
Okay, 'cause you were there 5 years, so
yeah. So
5 years for me, I'd want to be like fucking C-suite, in a business setting at least.
Yeah. My last year, I was actually like I was supposed to get out at 4 years, but I had broken my ankle like overseas, in the Middle East, and so that's what like kept me in, which is cool though, because like I hated the military and like I wanted to get out as soon as possible, but it's kind of like a blessing because I ended up getting like disability. So
oh, okay.
now I'll get paid every month for the rest of my life. So
oh, that's dope.
I got that. Like,
is it a fat bag?
I was like $4K a month.
It's not bad. They'll cover rent and stuff.
To breathe.
Yeah. Cover your food expense for the month.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah. It's definitely sick.
Were you locked in? Is that why you couldn't quit? Like locked in for a certain amount of time?
Oh, yeah. So you sign a contract for 4 years. But because like I could have gotten out, but it's like get out, get paid no money, or like stick it out for like the extra year once all my medical stuff clears up and get paid like $4,000 a month till I die. Like
that makes sense. Yeah, my dad quit early. Dishonorable discharge, they call it, right?
What did you smoke?
He just left. He just straight up left. Navy.
Like he didn't tell anyone? He just
nope. Left.
He didn't get in trouble? No one caught him?
They probably caught him, but what can they do, right? I don't know.
Well, they usually send you to the brig.
Oh, what's that?
Like Navy jail or military jail. Oh,
really?
Worse than actual jail.
Oh, no, I remember he did say his workplace knew about it or something. I guess it stays on your record.
A dishonorable discharge, that's bad, especially if you're like applying for a job.
Yeah.
You see that?
Damn. Yeah, he just got up and dipped, man.
That's crazy.
He always said if I had to join one, though, be the Navy, because isn't that the safest one?
Air Force.
Air Force or Navy, right?
Air Force, definitely the safest.
Really?
Well, Navy, you deploy on ships and stuff. So,
true. So you could get sunk.
Like, and like my job was to like do coding and like missile defense.
Oh,
so like not.
So you had to defend from missiles?
Yeah. So actually one time like coming back to San Diego, we were leaving Hawaii and they called missile inbound. And I was like,
no.
I was like, my pants. I was like, I didn't think I'd ever have to do this. I didn't think I'd ever actually have to do my job. So we're like loading rounds to shoot the missile down. And I'm like, okay, cool. We got them all loaded. So there's like somebody sitting down like on the console, which is like the computer that controls like all the stuff that gets launched. And I was like, cool. Like we're good. We should be good. And then my chief, who's the one in charge of me, he was like, yeah, Billman, you need to go down there. I'm like, you want me to like keep like 1,000 people alive?
Holy
crap. Yeah, you're our best person. I was like, I don't know about that.
Damn. So there was a missile coming though?
Yeah, it ended up being like a space shuttle that China had launched that had like the right azimuth to be able to hit us.
Wow.
So it was not a missile, but like everyone thought it was. There's people curling up in balls and crying and stuff.
That's traumatic, man.
Yeah.
If it was a missile, how many minutes do you have to prepare for that?
Depends. If it's like a high speed missile, supersonic, subsonic.
Oh, so yeah, because there's some that are underwater too, right? And then there's some.
Yeah, you have one. There's ones that like sea skim, so they'll like skim the top of the water. So like
Holy. So those are fast.
Yeah, you have like there's like subsonic timelines and supersonic timelines, like the time that you have to respond.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And if it hits, you're right.
Oh yeah.
Damn, that is scary. Yeah, I would have myself.
Yeah.
Holy crap! Did you know how to launch them too to attack?
Oh yeah. I knew how to do it. I just didn't ever want to.
Wow.
Have to do it.
Yeah, that's insane. Has there been like battles on sea recently, or I don't hear about those?
Not recently, but it's happened before, like missiles hitting ships.
Really?
It's definitely happened before.
Yeah, I feel like it's not as common as it was in the past.
No, because I mean, like, especially if you're launching like a ballistic missile that has like a warhead in it, like that's nuclear war.
That's a war crime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like, if I were anybody, I wouldn't do it to America. And
we have the best Navy, right?
Yeah, we only had stuff start happening like when Biden became president.
Yeah.
Because he's like, doesn't want. So we could only defend ourselves if we had been shot at first. Like when Trump was president, like we could. Like,
you could fire first.
Yeah, if someone was coming at us, like we could stop them from coming at us.
Oh, wow.
Like we didn't have to wait for them to like kill some of our people.
Yeah. I don't agree with the Biden strategy.
No, definitely not. It's scary too because like on deployment we had like pirates take over a cargo ship and we couldn't stop them.
Wow. They took over one of your ships?
Yeah, no, like a cargo ship.
Oh,
like
a cargo ship.
Like a cargo ship from the U.S. bringing over to, I think we're in like the Strait of Hormuz.
Holy crap.
Yeah, pirates started like guiding it and we couldn't do anything to stop them.
Because they didn't fire?
Yeah, we couldn't like defend ourselves. So
dude, that is terrible.
But before that, like we could have like sent people on boats and like stopped it.
Yeah, it's nuts, dude. I just saw like a crazy fact. Trump was the first president in 40 years to not start a war.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because everyone fearmongers that he was like going to start World War III.
Oh yeah, he's the only president that like went to visit all the rival countries.
He visited North Korea, right?
Yeah,
that was crazy.
And Russia.
Yeah. And Putin actually respected him.
Yeah, he liked him.
Putin does not respect Biden.
No.
I saw his interview with Tucker.
No one does. I mean, man can't talk, can't ride a bike.
Like, yeah, we'll see if he can win this election, dude.
I mean, it kind of sucks like having someone like that as president. Because I hate when people say they're like, don't make fun of him. He's just old. Like he can't talk. And I'm like, well, then he shouldn't be running like the world's biggest superpower. Like he shouldn't be in charge of like that if he's not like mentally like comparable.
100%, or at least representing, because the president's really just a puppet. But still, like it's got to be a good spokesperson at least.
Yeah, that's like the good thing about Trump. Like people don't like him because he's like head and he doesn't like filter himself.
Yeah.
But like he's a businessman, not like a politician.
Yeah.
He doesn't make any money from being a politician. He donates his whole salary.
He loses money.
Yeah, and Biden, like, I mean, he's a multimillionaire from being a politician. Like, he's not a businessman or anything.
Yeah.
How did he make all that money?
For real.
He makes money by being a politician. Trump makes money by running businesses.
Mm-hmm. And he's literally giving up his money to
he doesn't care about like who he pleases to, because more people you please, more money you make as a politician. So he doesn't care about that. He just wants to do what's like going to be right.
Yeah, 100%. We'll see what happens this November, man. I know your state's not voting for Trump. Anything you want to promote? You got a course or anything?
Yeah, so this Sunday, I'll be doing, like I said, live webinar, 7 p.m. EST. You can go to bnbsyndicate.org/start, or you can text START to 619-639-9790. And we can get you set up and send you the link so you can hop on the webinar. It's 100% free, explaining how I went from sleeping in the backseat of my truck to generating over $3,000 a day without any cash, like out of my pocket.
Amazing. We'll link it below. We'll link your IG also. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you're interested in Airbnb, check out the links below. See you guys tomorrow.